Hi, dear ones. I want to thank you for stopping by today and listening to what I have to say. And I wasn't even sure how to start this video, except to say that the topic today is something that's pretty near and dear to my heart. And it has to do with our ability to sit or stand in that place of not knowing. And the reason I'm bringing this up is because you all know I do a lot of readings and I've been doing them for 40 years. And, at this point, I have clients all over the world. I'm only saying that to give you a little background about my experience with this issue. We all have a tendency to want to know things, right? And that's not a bad thing. I'm not judging it or saying it's wrong. What I'm trying to have us think about are those times when we don't know. And I think if we all wonder about that a little bit more, we might actually notice what it feels like not to know. And my experience personally, and also with people I read for, is that it's a very uncomfortable place not to know something. I'm not talking about, a history lesson. What I'm talking about has to do more with where we're headed, what I need to do to make my life better. What is it that will enable me to grow or to get away from this feeling that I'm stuck? And you can fill in the blanks with with all those examples, right? That just gives you a little taste of what I'm talking about. And what guidance has taught me is that sometimes it's okay not to know. And actually, they just said, yeah, probably about 80% of the time for humans, because we so are uncomfortable in that place where we're not sure what to do. And we grasp for answers. We want to take action. It's who we are, it's what we do. But it's really important that we accept those times when we don't know what to do and we don't have answers to our growth, to why we're stuck, to what I can do better, or even to why I'm feeling sad. Now, I'm going to explain why this is so important for us to look at this issue and really take a few minutes to be a little bit more mindful about what it is for you. For me, I've done this when you don't know something that makes you feel really uncomfortable. And is it possible in those moments to just accept where you're at? To not push so hard, not push against the river, but to accept where you're at, to go with the flow. And one of the reasons that guidance says this is an important place is because when we're able to accept that we don't know something, in a way, we're kind of saying to the universe and ourselves that we're willing to get the answer, which is actually, that willingness is actually more powerful, right, than trying, and most of the time getting nowhere. So there is something expansive in our nature and for help from the universe when we are willing to say, okay, I don't know. It's almost as if we're asking the question. You may not be thinking about this consciously, but when I say I don't know, it's as if I'm asking the question, okay, well then show me, or I'm ready, or I'm willing. And that openness, that expansive is exactly where we get our best thoughts, ideas, and help, because then we're actually more available to see and get those messages that we might miss when we're really trying to figure out what it is we need to know and what it is we need to do. And I often get clients who want me to tell them what they need to do. And honestly, I have to say, in those moments, guidance swoops in and really asks them, is it okay that you accept that you might not know where you're at right now? And that's just the place that you need to be. Now, I'm not saying that's a perfect fit all the time. Kind of like what I say about denial, guys and gals. You know me, I always say denial is sometimes definitely something we need to do, but it's not, denial isn't something that is good for every situation, right? Sometimes we have to really get out of denial in order to see things clearly. So denial is okay sometimes, but not all the time. And that's what I'm saying about this too. Sometimes we do need to know, and that's okay. There are plenty of opportunities when wanting to know when I'm sick, I want to know what I have. There's all of that, and you yourself can figure all that out. But what I'm trying to put our focus on today are those times when we really don't know, and we have to stop and ask ourselves, in this moment, is it okay that I don't know? And also to do what guidance says, to really push yourself a little bit so that you start to understand that in that I don't know place, in that place where we have not the answers, that we are then asking for the help. We are then expanding ourselves in our willingness. And that's kind of an open-hearted place. And so I guess I'm going to leave you today with wondering about this, and also checking in with your own body, checking in with your own mind, your own spirit, your intuition, your gut knowing as to whether when you do let go of knowing in certain circumstances, whether you don't feel more open, more accepting, more loving, and more willing and more able then to get the answers you're looking for. All right, well, that's it for today. Please leave your comments. As always, if there's a topic you want me to talk about, something that guidance has obviously told me that I'm happy to share with you, feel free to ask. And enjoy the rest of your time and the rest of this lovely day. And thanks again for stopping by.